We got our second pile of compost out of 3. Doing our turn number, gosh, I'm not sure, I don't remember what turn this is. But every other day, after the initial mix and layering and waiting 4 days, now we're turning every other. And then just using this 4-bin system to go back and forth, and then at the end go to the last one where we'll just kind of let it sit, keep breaking down. And we're in a where we don't have a lot of wood chip or wood material to work with, so we're using a lot of weeds, grasses, our food scraps, shredded paper, some manure mixtures, one that's a very aged cow manure with hay, and another that's fresh horse manure from the neighbor. Tapping into our resources. And so just kind of bringing this together. It's not too hot, but what I reread in my PDC notes is that after about the first week, the temperature should be dropping internally. So it shouldn't be that hot. As you're getting closer to the final product, the temperature does go down. But that initial heat, we definitely need it in the middle to help break down the weed seeds of the knapweed, and then making sure that the food is breaking down as well, so that way we don't have the odor, maybe any of the rodents that come in and feast. This was from initially when I first came across this method was from Jeff Lawton with Discover Permaculture. And so it's a very fast method of getting some compost. Is it the best way? Probably not, but for using of material and time and energy, it's definitely good. And then we've also got from the vermicompost system to be added on top is a mixture of the worm juice that's got practically the same stuff that we've got in here, except it's got the worm, some worm casting juice, and the manure, and the food scraps, shredded paper, all those goodies. We've got a mix. It's definitely diluted a lot with water. We were probably about right here with the worm juice, and I filled the rest with the water. Got it in my can here, and now we'll spray this on top just to give it, a big boost. Woo! That color. So we got one there. I'm just going to cover it with the tarp. And then 2 days later, we'll come back and do the same thing. Oh, look at that little frog. That cute little frog. Yep. Here's our broken down one. Let's see how we're looking. So it's like we didn't have, look at that. What's growing out of there? Growing out of it, so it's working. Got some seedlings in there, but see, is that a worm? I saw a worm, maybe not. So it's similar, but it's gonna be a great growing medium. I'm happy with how it looks. Like there's some broken pieces, there's large pieces in there. but we're gonna keep it going. And the probably biggest thing that we're missing is we don't have any wood chips. We don't have something called ramial wood chips, which is a big mixture of organic material, whether it comes from leaves, hardwood, softwood, different kinds of debris, grasses. We do have grasses in here. Size looks great. I'll just add this on there. Get that out of the way.
Here's an overview of Ryley flipping the compost, and we got all the material for the system from our barns. We found the pallets, we found the mesh to keep the animals out, and our goal is to start saving up compost for next spring. We want to get seedlings in the ground. We want to start a market garden. And I know this compost isn't big enough for a market garden, but we've got to start these practices so that we can understand the basics of composting.